I'm going to share with you 5 pickleball mistakes you can repair overnight that are stopping you from being the best pickleball player you can be, having a 4.0 plus rating, and absolutely, definitely having more fun. I'm Scott Moore, the co-founder, along with Daniel, of High Performance Pickleball. And here are some of the results that our students are getting, hundreds of whom have said that our clinics and instruction is the best they've ever had. Lori Davila said, I am now able to confidently battle it out with the advanced players. Peggy, who played in the inaugural Chicago pickleball tournament, says, I won silver in women's 65 plus and over in the 3.5 division after attending the clinic. Joyce, who was very dubious about attending a clinic because she'd heard about various pros that teach, said, working with Scott and Daniel is one of the best pickleball decisions I have ever made. Stephen from Asheville, North Carolina, Scott's instruction literally changed my approach to improvement. And Janie said, I learned principles of the game that immediately improved my game and consistency. It was well worth the time and money. But more than anything else, most importantly, we want you to know that our students are discovering their youth again. They're turning back the clock. They're making new friends and building a social circle. This is a relationship game after all. Having more fun because they're playing to their capacity, up to their best ability, and therefore enjoying it more and more. They're playing more competitively and winning, and discovering this new passion in their retirement years that gives them a sense of purpose, enjoyment, and, as we talked about, fun. You may be 13 or you may be 80 or somewhere in between. This webinar, this course I'm going to introduce you to, is for anyone who loves pickleball, wants to get a higher rating, wants to win more games, or simply wants to have more fun playing pickleball. I'm Scott Moore. I have 4 adult children, 1 absolutely adorable granddaughter, and 1 wife. I'll teach you that secret in another seminar. But her name's Susan, and she does keep me in line. I'm a 21-time USAPA national champion, 7-time professional Triple Crown winner, having won singles, doubles, and mixed doubles, all in the same pro tournament, and am widely considered the best senior player of all time. I also have taught pickleball to thousands of people around the world, as has my son Daniel, the co-founder who did this series with me. He also is a 6-time USAPA national champion and was the #1 player in the world from 2014 through 2016. So we've learned everything we teach the hard way. All we're going to do now is simplify it for you and make your learning curve much shorter so you can get to be the best pickleball player you can be as soon as possible. Many people ask me, how'd you do it, Scott? And my secret sauce is this 8-step systematic pickleball system. We believe pickleball is a very simple game that most people make way too complicated because they just don't have a game plan, a strategy, or a way of really playing proactive pickleball. They're just reacting to the ball. So we've taken our best practices and secrets and made it into this 8-step system that we've shared with thousands of pickleball students in about 24 countries now in over 30 states around the world. Hope you'll join us sometime. We're having the time of our lives at pickleballtrips.com. But in this webinar, I'm going to teach you the 5 pickleball mistakes that you can repair immediately, overnight, that are stopping you from a 4.0 rating and having more fun. You ready? Let's jump right into them. Mistake number 1. In other racket sports like tennis, squash, racquetball, or badminton, how do you typically win? The answer is you hit the ball really hard into the opponent's court and hit a winner. Okay? Most players carry that same habit mentality into the pickleball court. After all, isn't that the best way to win in pickleball as well? Wrong answer. Here's the truth. You have to vary the speed of the game in order to make it awkward and uncomfortable for your opponent. Pickleball is primarily, first and foremost, a game of finesse and strategy. It's not just speed and power like all the other racket sports. It's very different, which is why the learning curve is longer for most people. It takes longer to learn it because it's somewhat counterintuitive. This is partly why drop shots, dinks, and reset shots are so very important in pickleball and not so much in those other sports that I mentioned. You don't need to hit the ball hard to win. You actually need to use speed and finesse to control your opponent, ideally making them hit a loser without taking the risk yourself of hitting it hard and possibly missing it in order to hit a winner. So you really just want to make it, again, awkward or uncomfortable for your opponent. All right, mistake number 2. You're near the non-volley zone of the kitchen and a player is hitting the ball aggressively or smashing it right at you. What's your natural reaction? To flee. Your lizard brain kicks in and you start taking steps back in anticipation of that oncoming force. And there are times you want to back up to protect your good looks. I get that. Maybe give yourself more time. But if you do it, you've got to do it before they strike the ball gets to you, and then stop and hold your ground. After you've hit it, hopefully a nice reset, don't stay back. That's when you move forward. Because if you freeze and stay back, your feet are exposed, making it easy for your opponent to paint your toenails with a pickleball. I absolutely hate to get my toenails painted, especially that way. That's an easy point for the opponent. Don't want to let that happen. So we always move back forward after we hit that reset shot. Mistake number 3. I've seen this one happen so many times I can't even count them. Players hit a shot, a good shot even, and then just stand there and admire or watch it. And you have left the court open, exposed, totally exposed. So more importantly, if you just know how to reset and get back into position where you're supposed to be, you could eventually win many of those points that you are now losing. We want to teach you how to do that. Example number 1, after an effective drop shot, a lot of people just kind of watch it or hesitate, not getting to the non-volley zone and exposing a drop shot back. And you can't cover that if you don't move forward after you hit that drop shot. Another example would be after you've hit an effective cross-court dink. Many people are able to retrieve those dinks and get it back down the middle. So if you don't close the middle, if you just admire that nice shot, you've left the middle open, exposing the middle, which is an easy place for your opponent to hit a winner. You need to start anticipating your opponent's shots instead of running around when they hit the ball back at you or standing there and admiring your good shot. All right, mistake number 4. You will make mistakes, but sometimes those mistakes can win you points. The general belief is that the team with the most winners usually wins the game, but that is actually incorrect, absolutely wrong. The pickleball court isn't very big. When you hit the ball hard, you have such little margin to get it right. But in actuality, most pickleball points end because of unforced errors. By reducing your unforced errors, you're going to win more games. You're going to win more tournaments. You're going to get better results. You don't always have to go for the winner to win games. Remember, you just need to keep the ball in play until your opponent makes a mistake. Even if you hit it, make the mistake of getting it a little too high. As long as it's in, they still have to beat you, right? If you make a mistake and hit it too low and into the net, point's over. So we want to be making calculated mistakes, if you will. And mistake number 5 is the infamous banger battle. We'll start with who's more powerful, Superman or Lex Luthor? Well, of course, it's Superman every time, but Superman has a weakness, as you know. When Lex Luthor uses kryptonite, Superman's power is neutralized. And I'm going to give you right now a little bit of pickleball kryptonite. When you're up against the bangers, the natural tendency is to try to beat them by banging it harder back at them. Unfortunately, you probably won't be able to do that most of the time. That's why they're bangers. And overpowering them shouldn't be your goal anyway. What you want to do is use your paddle to absorb their power. Use that energy. Drop the ball softly back, ideally at their feet. Most bangers are one-dimensional. They only know how to bang. They don't have a good soft game. So when you hit it back at their feet, what do? They're going to continue banging the ball, but this time it'll usually go either straight into the net or straight out past the baseline. Sometimes it may go right into your strike zone and you can bang it back at that point. But basically, you got to know how to disarm the bangers. So what we've just covered are these 5 mistakes. Hitting the ball hard instead of using speed and finesse to control your opponent and start killing them softly. That was a nice song. We need to start practicing that in our pickleball. Mistake number 2, backing up from the non-volley zone, exposing your feet, making it easier for them to hit your feet, paint your toenails, and win the point. Can't do that. Mistake number 3, staying out of position after you hit an effective shot. Watching it, admiring it. Got to get into position. It's not just a game of shots, but it also is a game of being in the right spot. That is pickleball. Right shot and getting to the right spot. Mistake number 4, not playing with enough margin for error. So we're making too many unforced errors, not allowing our opponents the opportunity to beat themselves before we do it for them. And mistake number 5, trying to overpower bangers instead of neutralizing and disarming them. That's what we have to learn to do. It's not always intuitive, but it's very effective once you learn how to do that. You've made it this far in the training, so let me ask you a question. Do you want to take your pickleball game to the next level and have more fun playing pickleball now? Do you want to do it right and see results the next time and every time you're on the court? At this point, you have 2 choices. 1, keep doing it alone and getting the same results that you've been getting thus far. Or number 2, get it right. Be confident in that by being coached and directed by players and coaches that have already done it at the highest level possible in this game over many years and have taught thousands and thousands of others to do the same. If you select option 2, then I want to introduce you to the Pickleball Master Class. It is the only comprehensive online pickleball course that will get you a 4.0 rating or higher, win more games, and have more fun playing in record time, guaranteed. And camps are great. A lot of people go do those. But here's the problem. You'll end up spending $1,000 to $1,500 on the camp by the time you add the camp cost, the travel, the food, the gas, the hotel expenses, and everything that goes with that. Then you get back home and it's easy to forget a lot of the things that you learned at the camp. You don't have any way to review it. It's a one and done experience. When you sign up for the Pickleball Masterclass, you will get immediate online access to all the same training we teach at our 3-day camps. It only costs a fraction of the price. I'm thinking typically it's only 15% of what you would spend by traveling to go to another camp. Moreover, you can watch the training anywhere with an internet connection, anytime, the comfort of your own home, over and over again. You can review it after you go out on the court. Come back and review what you did and how you played, or watch it before you go out and play and review it after you come home. That is the most effective way to learn, is to watch, to try it, and then to review it. Sign up today using the button below. It's only $197. I guarantee this is the best pickleball investment for yourself you will ever make. Some people spend that for a paddle. It's going to be much more effective than any paddle you can buy for you. I guarantee it. In the Pickleball Masterclass, you will discover how to serve effectively so you can start the point well and have a higher chance of winning the point by starting well. How to return serve effectively, keeping your opponent on the defensive, making it more difficult for them to get to the line in time where they want to play pickleball from. You will learn how to increase your third shot percentage, when to hit a drive, when to hit a drop, so you can play offensively at the net more often than your opponent. We'll teach you how to use the fourth shot as your secret weapon. No one in pickleball we know of talks about the fourth shot. We think it's critical. This is something we will unpack for you and help you understand so that you will know this is not a kitchen party that you're throwing when you are the returning team, and how to keep your opponents away from the kitchen. We'll teach you how to dink in a way that you will win more points with little effort, making a lot less mistakes and making your opponent work a lot harder, causing them to make more and more unforced errors, if you will. We'll also teach you how to lob successfully, when to do it, so you can keep your opponents running around. You keep it unpredictable for them. We're going to teach you how to volley, both aggressively and softly at their feet to put away points. And then resetting the point. One of the beautiful things about pickleball is you can be out of the point and reset, so you can slow it down when your opponent is hitting a aggressive shot, get back into the point and win many points that you've been losing thus far. Dustin says, after the Pickleball Masterclass, I have become a much smarter player, taking me to a whole new level of play, cruising past the skill level of my peers. If you're ready to invest in yourself, in your pickleball game, click the button below this video and you'll be sent straight to the checkout page. Here's what you're going to get. The Pickleball Masterclass, our 8-step system to get a higher rating, win more games, have more fun, $1,000 value. The first step to play like a champion is to start by practicing one. This will show you how. In addition, if you do act now, fast action bonus number 1 will be yours, a $350 value. You get 7 drills that we do ourselves when we practice, and we help our students to replicate exact game-like situations so that you're not just drilling and getting bored. You're actually having a great time as you're improving your pickleball game through drilling. The second fast action bonus you'll get today is a paddle grip series video showing you all the different grips, how to know you have the right grip, making sure your paddle's in the right position so that you know how to execute every shot. Many pickleball players are holding their paddle incorrectly, putting them at a disadvantage. So you're going to get all this, a total value of almost $1,500 for a fraction of the cost, less than 15% of that. Wouldn't it be worth it if all it did was just help you win more games? For less than $200, if you could win more games, I think that alone was a great investment. What about if it just helped you make less unforced errors? That's also going to lead to less frustration and more fun. Therefore, you're going to attract better partners. One key someone said about pickleball is to get the right partners, but unless you're performing well, you're not going to have a hard time attracting the right partners. This will help you be much more effective at getting the partners you want to play with and help you make new friends. There's times you want to play with other people. You're going to be more attractive to them to become their not only partners but friends. And the bottom line, the reason we play pickleball, it's going to help you have more fun. You're going to be playing the best of your ability. That's all we can ask for when you know the best you can be. You don't have to be a pro. You don't have to be a 5-0 to have more fun and be more effective at pickleball. This will do that for you. We guarantee it, or your money back. Sign up today for only $197 by clicking the button below, and you'll be taken straight to the checkout. Now, we've got to talk about objections here, about reasons why people wouldn't invest today. One is that, hey, I've been playing pickleball for a while. Is this course actually going to help me? The answer is absolutely, positively yes. More than anything else you can do, by seeing the pros, Daniel and I demonstrate each drill. We demonstrate each stroke for you. You see it, then you go do it, and then you come back and review it. So it's actually the most effective way to improve. Another reason people don't take action is they wonder, hey, how's this better than all the free videos that are all over YouTube? The answer is you get what you pay for. This is a systematic approach. Teaches you not only the techniques, but also the strategy, also the drills, and it's in a systematic, easy to understand, simple format. If you watch YouTube, you get a hodgepodge of teaching, some good, some bad, but lots of different opinions about what to do. You will end up being more confused often than not by all the free stuff out there. Another reason people don't take action is they wonder, why should I do this over a live camp or training? And I mentioned that before. Live camps, training can be lots of fun. We do them all over the world, so we know. But the problem is it's a one and done experience. So this is repeatable. It is long-term, ongoing, again, in the comfort of your home. If you're stuck at home because of the virus or whatever, you can still improve your pickleball. Even when you can't play, if it's a rainy day, a snowy day, whatever it is, you can do it over and over and over again. The camps are a one and done experience, and they therefore are not as good a learning opportunity as this online pickleball training is. I promise you. Another reason people don't take action is because they believe, won't I just get better with more time on the court? And the answer is, you have to practice correct habits. A lot of people have bad habits, they don't even know about it. We will expose those. You will learn what your bad habits are so you can correct them. Because if you continue to have bad habits and you practice them, they just get deeper ingrained. A lot of people, again, don't even know they have them. We will show you. This will enlighten you, open your eyes, help you to get rid of old habits and form better habits, so that when you do go out on the court after watching the pickleball masterclass, then you will be more effective in your court time, and it will actually help you rather than possibly hurt you if you're now practicing the wrong things. So again, what are you going to get? You get to have more fun. You get to a higher level, learn things you've never learned to make you a better player in record time. You get the championship drills, the paddle grip series, total value of $1,450, only for $197. I guarantee it, this is the best pickleball investment you'll ever make. Don't hesitate. Click the button below. You'll be taken straight to the checkout page. It'll give you something great to do, productive to do while you're stuck at home. Thank you. Daniel and I will look forward to seeing you on the inside. So I'm out of here. Thanks so much, and have a great day.